And he said, I was digging through a dumpster and came across a little picture of Bambi. It was broken in a frame. Are you interested? I looked at it, so I gave the guys 20 bucks, but I've done a little research. Because the value differential is so great, I would never normally pay just $20 for something that's worth $3,500. So what I would like to do is, if this item sells, and I'm hoping that it really does, I would like to split the profits with him 50-50 and help get him a little extra cash and make his last bit of the season here, the end of the season going on Christmas and winter here, a little bit brighter for him. The problem is I don't know where to find him. I'm gonna search around. I know he's in the West End here somewhere, because that's usually where he walks to my shop, so he can't be that far. So I'm gonna try some of the back alleys around here and see if I can find him, maybe digging, looking for something. If not, I'll head downtown and try one of the shelters down there. He might, like I said, he might be living with somebody. I don't know that he's entirely homeless, but I know it's not a great situation he's in either way. So we are gonna do our best to track him down, because auction ends on Tuesday, and so far it's already at $3,000. So this is important for me to get a hold of the guy. So we'll do a little searching around, see if we can find him. So far, nothing yet. I don't know where his usual spots would be. I am not having much luck here, and I'm really hoping that I'll find somebody who's looking through the trash that might know him. At least that way I can narrow it down, but I'm not seeing anybody out today. I know there's probably cycles for when trash collection is, so there's probably a reason why I'm not finding anybody, but I'm gonna keep looking. Okay, after doing some searching, I found a guy who is friends with Adam. He's actually right behind my car right now. Not Adam, his buddy is. So he's given me a place where I can find him. He said he might be hanging out near a 7-Eleven. Buddy there was kind enough to let me know where he might be. Yeah, with any luck, we'll go track him down. Okay, so I am on a mission to find Adam right now. Apparently he hangs out near a 7-Eleven, not too far from my shop. So I'm driving there. His buddy put me on the right direction. He doesn't know it, that he's got over $1,600 waiting for him. And he does rough it, does live on the streets. So I would love to maybe see if he'll let me pay for rent for him for a few months, or do something with the money just to make sure that he's gonna be safe too. But I'm hoping that I can find the guy here. With any luck, we'll be tracking him down within minutes. Okay, well apparently this is where he normally hangs out. Not the nicest location. But he's not here now. So all I can hope is that his friend tells him to contact me when he runs into him next. Now to you and I, the thought of digging through a dumpster might not seem all that appealing, but to someone who needs a little extra cash, a site like this might mean treasure and a little bit of extra money to help get them through the winter. The back alleys and streets can be a tough place, and I want to make sure that if I give him a bunch of money, I'm not going to put him in danger or in any kind of harm. Either way, I got to make sure I look out for his best interest and his safety as well. As I continue to look for Adam, wherever he might be, I do have to ship out the parcel. Bambi's all wrapped up and going off to New York City. So hopefully the new owner loves it and knows this is going to a good cause. Okay guys, so Adam came into the store this morning. I was so caught off guard I didn't have his money ready or anything, so we're gonna meet up tomorrow morning.
First thing before I start the day, my friend, an employee, Sean, is gonna work the store for me so I can actually get out of there. It's exciting. Tomorrow is the big day. So excited. And I'm sure today is gonna be a surreal day for both of us. I mean, really, we've met a number of times. I mean, he's come in my store, he's had some stuff for sale. It's been very transactional. But you know, every time he comes in, I ask, how is he doing? Is he finding a place to stay? Like, I do actually worry about him. So I'm still a stranger though. I'm just some guy that he barely knows. And I've offered to take him out for lunch today and kind of chat. He has no idea at this point what's going on. And really, I have no idea what's gonna happen. I don't know what his reaction's gonna be. You know, I really don't know. It's gonna be a surprise today. But I do know this, you know, it's gonna be even made more weird and strange by the fact that I'm driving my 53 Nash today. It just happens to be the vehicle that I'm driving in this weather. So even though it's cold and chilly and I'm up here in Canada and I'm driving a super crazy weird old car. But that's just the way it is. My wife has put up with it, and so will Adam today as he drives around with me in this old thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go off to the store pretty soon and meet up with him. So there's a couple things you guys should know. One is, well, of course we have an antique store. If you didn't know that from watching the channel, that's what we do for a living. This was a decision to really just follow our dreams and have fun. If you've ever had or owned your own business, the first couple of years is pretty darn tough. So we're kind of in that treading water phase right now. But that doesn't mean that we're gonna try and make our profit off of people that are disadvantaged or having a tough time, because I know how important it is to have that extra money, which is why we wanna make sure that we give him his fair share. So that's what we're gonna do today. The other thing is, things weren't always rosy for me. I have a very loving mom and I had a very loving dad. He passed away about a month and a half ago. But my mom worked 3 jobs for a while. We didn't have a home. We struggled with poverty and with homelessness ourselves when I was a kid. And for junior high, much of junior high, we lived in motels. In fact, around, I'd say the early 1990s, this motel right here was home to me, which, you know, they've renovated a little bit since then. Trust me, it was nothing to look at back in the day, and it's nothing really fancy now, but this is probably like a 1950s motel, and it hadn't been renovated since then. It was awful. I hated it, but I had my mom and dad, and we had absolutely nothing. And I remember being that kid in grade 7 and being awkward at a new school and not having a home to go to, but having a motel and not knowing if we would be able to stay there for a week or a couple weeks or have to move and find somewhere else to live. It was a tough way to grow up. One thing as a kid that really sucked about living in this particular motel is right across the street was a Toys R Us. And I laugh about it now, but honestly, that was pretty tough. You know, if we had a spare moment of time, my mom would walk me across the street and we'd go look around, and every once in a while I'd get to buy a little toy car or something. But it was honestly pretty sad times, and I've never really talked about it much before. But it gave me skills, it gave me the opportunity to learn how to buy and sell things. And honestly, I think that the ambition and the drive that those times gave me helped set me up for success later in life. What's funny is I distinctly remember at this stage of my life, when I was probably in grade 7 or 8, that I made a list of things that I thought that I wanted. And I remember just wanting to be normal. And what I thought of being normal was a house, a car, you know, eventually maybe kids and a wife. And I just wanted to be normal. I didn't want to be, you know, exceptional or anything. I just wanted to have a normal life. And I have that now, and I've had that for a while, but now I find myself wanting to be as crazy and weird and out there as I can. And I think, you know, I'm well on my way to becoming eccentric, at least I hope so, in the good way. But, you know, you just have to chase your dreams and chase your goals. And I really hope that Adam, whatever stage of life he's at right now, we can try and set him up for success and set him on the right path. So this is just a small thing, but we're gonna go meet up with him right away here and start our day. All right, well, in about 10 minutes time, he should be showing up at my door here. So we'll get started. And at this point, he doesn't know what's happening. He thinks it's just an interview for my YouTube channel, just to kind of talk about his greatest finds. we'll do the surprise in a little bit.
So yeah, just pull up a chair and then we'll just kind of chat back and forth a little bit there and we'll take you out for lunch.
Cool.
Yeah, I put my guy's coming in to watch the store for me a little bit. So yeah, pull up a chair.
All right.
So yeah, I guess so you're Adam, and are you from Edmonton originally here, Adam? Or
No, I'm from London, Ontario, Stratford, Ontario.
okay, so what brought you out this way?
Family
Okay,
moved out here and told me to come out here to work. So
okay, and so you were working like what field were you in?
drywall,
Okay,
construction, taping.
are you still doing that kind of work now, or
Not at the moment.
okay,
Don't really have any
nothing for work
Nothing.
much going on right
binning or treasure hunting isn't.
Treasure hunting, yeah.
It does. You get a little bit out of it and some money, but not nothing.
So is that what you guys call it? Is binning when you go looking through dumpsters and stuff like
yeah,
that?
binning or how like Charlie Sheen's winning.
Oh yeah,
We're
yeah.
binning,
Yeah, okay.
but no.
So how did you get to know? Because Daniel's the one who introduced you to the shop, right?
Yeah,
So how
yeah.
did you get to know Daniel?
Through my in-laws, he had started doing a little bit of work for them. So
Yeah. Yeah, I ran into a guy that knew you, wears like an orange jumpsuit and does woodwork.
yeah, Monty.
Monty, okay.
Yeah.
So, Monty was, thought that you might be roughing it, like, but once in a while you do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'd say I'm going on year 3.
You're 3, hey?
Yeah.
So, is there anywhere for you to go to stay warm, or?
Yeah, there's any 24-hour restaurant or like 7-Elevens, there's ones that have seats or whatever, and then friends and couch surfing, and pretty much when you're outside, you just kind of keep going.
Right.
You don't get too much rest.
Yeah, well, it's not easy. I know, like when I was a kid, my parents, for whatever reason, they had a tough go of things, and we didn't quite hit the homeless part, but we hit the part where we were living in motels and couldn't pay the rent, and it was kind of nervous. So we definitely had days where we couldn't make ends meet too. So it's not easy. Do you have family out this way still, or?
It was my mom that brought me out. She moved back because of a family illness.
Okay.
To go back to be with them, and so I have my 3 children out here.
Okay.
They're going to be sent back to my mom shortly. I'm only here because of them.
How old are the kids?
They're all under 10, three under 10. I have a 19-year-old back home as well.
Are they with their mom right now, or
Not their mother, but
like foster care? Or?
yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like a bit of a rough go. But you found some treasures when you're binning, right? So
Yeah.
what would you say the best thing you found is?
Oh, it's hard to say. Money.
Yeah, like actual money people throw out?
Yeah, well, it could be accidentally or purposely. I'm not sure. Like a lot of times, there's coins, whether it be foreign or just older coins, or mostly foreign, or bills, like the $4 $1 bills.
$1 bills, yeah. You found pocket watch parts before too,
Yeah,
and
gold,
Yeah.
jewelry.
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I found over $300 in silver that were pre-1968 quarters, Canadian quarters,
Somebody just threw it out.
in a small margarine container.
Really, I guess they just don't look through somebody passed away and
Just-
they move
yeah.
and
Yeah,
Wow.
my other friend and I, we were in a bin it was an apartment. They must have been hoarders because they had just like a 2-bedroom apartment, but they had like 4 or 5 huge bins just full. So I don't know where they kept everything, but
it was packed.
it was packed. And he was really digging in there, and he found a tin and it had $2,000 in it, in old $50 bills.
Wow, did you guys split it or?
Yeah, well, 60-40.
Okay, well that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
So is that your best score to date so far?
That's most likely, yeah.
Okay.
Unless because I'm pretty generous. I give a lot of things away too. Like if I know someone likes something.
Yeah, everybody says you're a heck of a nice guy.
Yeah,
You know?
I try to be anyway. Yeah.
Well, I mean, talking to Monty, and I mean, even from the times that I've chatted with you and met you, you're always like super nice and polite and everything. So yeah, you're probably wondering like this is like kind of strange for a guy to like meet up and chat with you and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
This first Monty said you were looking for me, and then
Well, I couldn't find you.
yeah.
I was driving up and down all the alleys
Really?
trying to find you. I went to the 7-Eleven down the road. I
Yeah.
went all over the place trying to find you.
Weird.
And I'll tell you why. So remember you brought in that Bambi picture?
Yeah.
So I put it on eBay.
Right.
And I thought, well, whatever we get out of this thing, I want to split with you 50-50. So that I thought that would be fair because you found it. And, you know, if I made a little bit of profit, that's okay. But I didn't just make a little bit of profit on it. So I have something for you.
Good.
So I want you to open that up.
Okay. That's weird.
I had it sealed up pretty good there.
Yeah.
So I want you to reach inside there. There is a little bit of money in there for you.
No way.
There's $1,600.35.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
Holy cow.
So it sold for $3,700 on eBay after they took their fees and PayPal took their fees. I've been trying to track you down because I feel like the right thing to do is to give you half, man. You're a good guy.
That's awesome. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, you know, I wanted to make sure you got 3 kids. Maybe this will help out with Christmas or give you a warm place to stay for a little bit.
True. Yeah, that's awesome.
You know,
you can keep that $100.
no, that's yours too. I'm taking you out to lunch.
Okay.
So what I did is I put on YouTube that I was basically, I was going to give you half. And so I've been trying to track you down. And so there's people out there rooting for you.
Wow.
People out there that don't know you that want you to do well.
Holy cow.
And I want you to do well too. And so with your permission, aside from the money and taking you out to lunch today, if you'd be up to it, I'd like to try and do a GoFundMe for you and see if we can maybe get a more permanent roof over your head and take care of you.
Sure.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be a little embarrassing, but I can get over that.
Well, don't be embarrassed, you know. When my parents had nothing and we were living in a motel room, I wish somebody would have taken the time to try and help me out. And you and I are pretty much the same age, eh?
Yeah, I think I'm a little older than you.
No, I'm 2 years older than you.
Really?
You're born in 80?
Yeah.
78 for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Dan was wrong then. So he's
Yeah.
a little younger. I was like, holy cow, someone younger. There's so many younger guys.
No, I got
like, that are just doing so much better, but it's, lots of,
Well-
choices and decisions, I guess.
Well, that's the thing. But I mean, from what I've seen, you got a good eye for antiques. And if drywalling is not your thing, you might have a good eye for finding stuff and reselling, like maybe being an antique vendor. So I'm going to continue to buy stuff off you as it is, as you find it. Yeah, I want to keep the business partnership going. But what I wanted to do is make sure that I got you your money. And because there's people out there that wanted to know that that you're taken care of. So hopefully that'll help you and the kids out for a bit. The GoFundMe thing is I'm going to try and promote it and get people to donate money, and whatever is there is going to go for like housing, furniture, food, whatever you need, and make sure that you're taken care of in a good place. Okay.
Great.
So I don't know if it's going to be $5 or $5,000 or whatever. So whatever it is, it's all yours, and I'm just happy to help out.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
You ready to go for something to eat?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it.
Thank you.
So I learned a few things about Adam. A, he is a nice guy. Had a good chance to chat with him over lunch. Just a really nice human being. He's fallen on some hard times, obviously. He has 3 kids that are under the age of 10 that he really wants to get back. They're not with him right now. They're in care, but he wants to get his kids back. His priorities are all in the right place. He just needs a bit of a kick in the pants to get him in the right direction, and I think this just might be the opportunity. What we did today was we took him to the bank so that he could deposit money in there, so made sure that he got a debit card so that he wasn't at risk for getting mugged or anything like that, because you don't want to put a guy back on the street that has a bunch of cash in his pocket. And he is, I'm sure he thought this was a strange but hopefully good experience for him. He was definitely very thankful and very appreciative of sharing the profits with him. And when we're at the bank, even though I told him it was $1,600, he thought it was $1,000. So he was already thinking, wow, this is a lot of money, it's $1,000. And when he heard it was $1,600, he was floored all over again. I didn't get that on camera, but it was just amazing. The teller was very patient and helped look up his information and got him all set up. So he's in good shape. I dropped him off back at my shop and he is on his way to go check into a hotel for tonight. He let me know that he's been on the streets for 3 years. you know, that's a long time to be out in the cold, and it's a long time to be away from your kids and to miss your family. So we are going to try and go a little bit further for Adam. We're going to try and do a little bit better for him, because I think we can do better for him. At the bottom of this page, I'll attach a link. We're going to set up a GoFundMe, because there's a lot of you guys watching that wanted to do something to help the guy out. And just to give you an idea, currently 38 years old at the time this video came out, 3 young kids. You know, it was a laborer, had a job, and things just went south on him, and he ended up homeless and on the streets. So we want to help turn his life around. If we can do anything to help this guy and get him a little bit more permanent housing would be great. We're going to do GoFundMe for him. Make sure that we have some kind of arrangement to make sure he's got good housing, and we're going to try and get him back with his kids and his family. That's the goal. If you want to be part of that, that would be great. Again, the GoFundMe campaign is going to be listed below here as well. And would really love to have support for Adam if you have an opportunity to. And we'll give you guys updates too to let you know how things go. I don't know how long we'll leave the GoFundMe up for. I've never actually done it before. So I don't know if it runs for like a month or something, but I guess we'll wing it and see how it goes. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that at very least it inspires you guys to do something nice for the people in your community. Feel like I can do some good with my life other than raising my own children and running a shop and generally trying to be a half decent person. If I can help Adam out, that would be really great. So thank you again for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're always up to something. This is a little bit off the norm here. Really appreciate you guys coming along on today's adventure, and we'll see you all soon. Thanks so much, guys, and don't forget to hit that GoFundMe link down below. Even if it's $5, just help the guy out, and we'll see how much we can get him for rent, so we can have a place to bring his kids. We'll see you guys soon, and bye for now.